Hello Analytics Funners, welcome to Analytics Fun. In this particular video, we will solve Alteryx weekly challenge and we will solve the latest Alteryx weekly challenge that was released on 9th August 2021, that is few days back. And in this particular challenge, we will read about the problem statement first, and we will also discuss the type of the tools used and what kind of problems we will solve in the challenge. And we will build a complete workflow to solve the challenge after looking at the Excel file. So also this challenge will be very useful for those who are preparing for the Alteryx core certification examination, because in this challenge we have very basic tool used such as select, summarize, filter and formula tool. So these are very basic tools. So if you have a very basic knowledge of Alteryx, do attempt this particular challenge, as this will help open up your mind and help you to solve the Alteryx problem. So let's get started and solve the Alteryx weekly challenge of the 9th August. And as I have mentioned, we have the 4 tools which we'll use here: select tool, formula tool, filter tool and summarize tool. And what we will do, or what are the objective of this particular challenge? The objective are 3. First, we will identify the unwanted rows and unwanted columns, because many times in the Alteryx weekly challenge or in the real life scenarios, they will give you unwanted rows and unwanted column and you need to clean the data. Okay, and there are different methods of cleaning the data. So you need to see the appropriate method of cleaning the data and filter the unwanted rows and unwanted column. Second is, we will learn how to change the data type of a column, and let's see how to do this. For those who know, like they can recollect the name of the tool in their mind. And third is extract month and weekday from date. So this particular part is the most challenging among these 3, because students often know first and second, they don't know how to extract month or weekday from the date. So we will use the formula tool and the date time format. Let's see that how to extract the date part and play with the date. So let's get started and read the visual of the challenge. So I've made this very beautiful visual for you so that it is very engaging and you guys understand the problem statement. It is about a girl, Mary, who lives in Toronto, and she has her office in Toronto, and she has 2 options to traverse to her office: one through her car and second through her bike. And the distance of the car and the bike are different, and there are certain conditions given in the questions related to the car and the bike on the temperature part. And it is also given in the question that she needs to go to office on certain days of the month, and she don't need to go to the office on certain days. So we need to take care of that condition as well. So this is the broad visual of the challenge. So now we will read the problem statement of the Alteryx weekly challenge. So let's get started with the problem statement. So Mary lives in Toronto, Canada, as we can see here. And as soon as the weather permits it, she will take her bike to go to work. Okay. And her workplace is about 15 kilometers away from her home if she drives her car. So here is one important data point that we need to take care of: 15 kilometers if she drives the car, and second line is 12 kilometers if she bikes. Okay, so these 2 are important data points. Now coming on the days part, on Tuesday and Thursday Mary work remotely. Okay, and on Monday, Wednesday and Friday she has to go to her workplace. So this is again an important data point over here, that Tuesday and Thursday she works remotely, and on Monday, Wednesday and Friday she has to go to her workplace. Third point is that when the temperature gets to 28 degrees Celsius, she will drive to her work, and we need to use the maximum temperature field information provided in the dataset. So let's read this particular statement again. When the temperature gets to 28, she will drive, and when she will drive, she will take 15 kilometers to travel to her office. And if the temperature is less than 28, then she will bike, and the biking distance is 12 kilometers. So we need to relate this particular point with the distance point given on the first point. So make sure you relate it. Okay, now this is in the red color, we have the question given over here. So we need to use the dataset to find out how many days of biking and driving Mary has done over April, May and June 2021, and how many kilometers of biking and driving Mary has done over April, May and June 2021. So these are the points given over here. So in the question, we need to extract four things. One is days of biking. Second is days of driving. Third is kilometer of biking. And fourth is kilometers of driving. So these are the four data points that question is asking to us. So we need to remember that what is the end goal of this entire exercise. And one important thing is given over here is that we need to consider April, May and June 2021, only these 3 months in our data set. So this gives a filter condition that we need to filter out these 3 particular months. Right now I don't know that whether the filter will be on the rows or the columns. We will get to know like once we will see the data set. Okay, so now this is the whole problem statement, and let's recapitulate the problem statement with the help of a visual. So Mary lives in her home in Toronto and she works from her home on Tuesday and Thursday, and she goes to office on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Now there are two options to go to office. One through her car, as we can see on the top, and the car distance is 15 km, and she will take this route when temperature is greater than or equal to 28. And another option is biking, and she will take this route when temperature is less than 28 and the biking distance is 3 km less, that is 12 km. And this is all about the question, and we need to find out the days and the kilometer of biking and driving separately. So now what we will do, we will go to our Excel file and analyze the data, and while analyzing, make sure that you get to know that which columns or rows are important for our question and which columns and rows are irrelevant, so that we can use the data cleansing method such as filter tool or maybe a data cleansing tool to filter them out. So let's go to the Excel file and read the data set. So now I am on the Excel file, as you can see over here. Oh, there are tons of columns given over here. As you can see, latitude, longitude, station name, climate ID, date time, data quality, maximum temperature. Maximum temperature, the question was asking in the statement. So obviously this particular column is relevant. Maximum temperature flag, minimum temperature flag, mean, blah, 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 blah. If you see over right, like there are tons of columns given over here. But like we need to see like which are the important columns from our question. So after seeing the data set, I can see that latitude, longitude are obviously not important. Station name, climate ID, all these 4 columns are not important. Date time is important, and we will use this particular column to extract the day part, that is Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, that's day part, and also the month part, we will use the date time column for that. Data quality is not important. Maximum temperature is important because the question has the condition of the temperature, and the temperature needs to be extracted from this maximum temperature column. And other than that, all the columns are irrelevant. And many times in the real life scenario, you will get this particular problem statement where you have ton of data point, but only few of the columns or the rows are important. So only these 2 columns are important to us. Okay, and all the remaining columns are irrelevant and just given for the confusion. Okay, so now what we will do, we will import this Excel file in the Alteryx and start with our problem statement. So let's get started with the workflow. So guys, now I am on the Alteryx window and I have already imported this table, and if we run this table, we can see the same preview over here. And as we can see here, there are 365 records, and the date starts from 1st January 2021. And if I scroll down, it's still 31st December 2021. So the entire year is covered over here, and one date is in one row, as we can see over here. Okay, so as we have discussed earlier, so only 2 columns are important in this question. One is the date time and other is this maximum temperature. So what we will do, we will filter out only these 2 columns and remove all the other columns. So which particular tool helps for this particular operation? Yes, you are correct, it's select tool. So we will bring the select tool over here because select tool helps in the selection of the columns. And we will go to this options and select deselect all. And in this we will select the date time and the maximum temperature. And one key thing we can notice is that this maximum temperature is given in the string format over here, and the date time is given in string format. So we can also correct the format of our column using the select tool, and we don't need to add another select tool for that. We can do it over here. So in the drop down, we will change it to date and maximum temperature to float. And now we will run this, and let's see the output of the select part. So we have the date time and the maximum temperature given over here. Let's see in the metadata. So date time is converted into the date and maximum temperature is converted into the float. So perfect. So now we have the date time and now we have the maximum temperature. So the next step is to filter out the relevant portion of the dates that is being asked in the question. So as we have seen in the question is asking us to filter or narrow down the range to April, May and June. So we need to restrict our range to April, May and June, and filter tool is a perfect tool for that. So let's use the filter tool to restrict the range to April, May and June. We'll select the date time column, and in this drop down, as we can see, we have an option of range, and here we can give the start date. So start date is 1st April and end date is 30th June. So we will get the 3-month data, April, May and June. So now we can see 91 records. So why do we have 91 records? Because April has 30 days, May has 31 days and June has 30 days. So 30 plus 31 plus 30. So that means 91. Perfect. So now we have the April, May and June data, and the temperature data is also given over here. So now if we go back to our question, so let's recap that what was the condition given for the driving and the biking and how to implement it in the Alteryx. So I'm back on the question, and the question says when the temperature gets to 28 degree, she will drive to work. Okay, and she will drive to work. That means she will travel 15 kilometers away from her work. Okay, and if the temperature is less than 28, that means she will bike, and temperature and distance is 12 kilometers, and we need to calculate the kilometers also. So that means to and fro distance we will have to consider. So for the 15 kilometer, we will have to consider 30 kilometer, because 15 kilometer will be from her home to office and 15 kilometer will be from her office to home. Similarly, for the biking, we have to consider 12 into 2, 24 kilometer. And also one key thing that is given about the days over here. On Tuesday and Thursday, Mary works remotely. So we need to ignore Tuesday and Thursday. We need to concentrate our effort only on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So let's go back to the Alteryx and implement the filter condition, and then we will use the biking and the driving condition to solve the problem statement. Now I am back on the Alteryx, and we need to consider only Monday, Wednesday and Friday. But here in my data set, I have the dates. So how I can extract the weekday or part of that? So we will use the formula tool and connect it to the true anchor over here, and we will create a new column, add column, and we will name the column as say weekday. And there is one perfect tool to do this. It's known as date time format, and you need to specify the date. So the field name is date itself, and if I scroll over here, I will get this date time field, and in this F you need to specify the format. So format is %A. So you need to remember this particular format, %A, for extracting the weekday. And as we can see over here in the preview window, Thursday is written over here. First, that means like it is giving the preview of the first record. So 1st April 2021 is Thursday. And if I change it to capital A, we can see the complete weekday name. So the small a is for the short weekday name and capital A is for the complete weekday name. Now if I run this particular formula tool, I will see the weekday written over here, and now I will use filter tool to get rid of Thursday and Tuesday. I will keep only Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So let's see that how to use and implement in the filter tool. So I will bring the filter tool and the column I'll operate on weekday. But if I see in this basic filter, it does not allow me to equate it with 3 values. For example, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'll have to use the custom filter in this particular example. So I will write weekday in. In is a keyword, and I will write Monday, comma, Wednesday, comma, Friday, and I will run it. So if I'm in the true anchor, and this is the condition I mentioned over here, so you can write this condition, and if I see in the true anchor, I get 39 records. So I get 39 days between April and June, which has Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So now I have to apply a condition on the temperature. So remember, the temperature greater than equal to 28, that means she will drive. So we will apply a filter tool, or you can apply a formula tool also over here. So let's use the formula tool over here, and we will use the conditional statement to find out the mode and the temperature. So we will add a column known as mode, and here we will write if max temp is the name of the column is greater than equal to 28, and we have already converted the temperature to float before that because we knew that we need to compare it with a number. So that's why we converted it. Then drive, else bike. And if we'll run it, let's see the output. So we can see that the temperature is below 28, so it's written bike over here. Let's scroll down over here. So now here in these 2 rows, the temperature is greater than equal to 28. So drive is written over here. Okay. So, and we can also create a distance column over here. So let's create a new column, distance. In this same formula tool, you can create multiple columns. So distance. And we can copy this particular if statement because the distance is also based on this, as we know. So if temperature is greater than 28, that means that she will drive. And if she will drive, the question says that she will take 15 kilometers for driving on one way part. So if I consider the to and fro both 2 ways, so that means 30 kilometers. Okay, and for the biking, the question says that she will take 12 kilometers in one way. And if I consider that both to and fro part, that means 24. Okay, and the distance is a number, so I can change it to float. And let's run it. So we can see for the biking, the distance is 24. And for the driving, the distance is 30. Okay. So now we need to find out the number of days on which she bikes and the number of days on which she drives, and also the total distance she covered on the bike and the total distance she covered while driving. Okay. So the summarize tool is a perfect example over here. So we will use the summarize tool. We will use this mode column to group by because we need this particular column to group by. So let's group by mode, and in the drop down select count of mode, and this count of mode will be telling us the count of the days. You can use any other column for a count, that will not make any difference. And for in the distance you will use the sum. So sum of the distance, that means the kilometers she had traveled. Okay, so let's run this. So we can see over here that biking was done on 32 days out of 39 days, and the distance was covered was 768. And for the driving, she drove on 7 days, and the distance was covered was 210. So this was all about this question. I hope you enjoyed solving this question, and stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and comment in my channel, and stay tuned to the Analytics Fun videos. Bye bye and take care.